Out there in 420 land, this is your host of the One Stone Dude podcast, Ryan Castle. Guess what? It's now changed to the Two Stone Dudes podcast with myself and Rob the Nod. That's right, Rob the Nod on August 3rd will be joining me as my co-host. Our first guest that we're going to have on the line will be Just the 30 podcast. Cannot stress this enough for you guys to check them out when you get a chance. I guarantee laughs. That's the best I can say. You're gonna get a good laugh out of what they say. Steven was, it's Steven and Andrew, and Steven was missing a host for two podcasts in a row, and his sister filled in, which was pretty cool. It's Our podcast is gonna change a little bit. We're gonna be a little more professional. Things are gonna be more mapped out, more structured. We're still going to ask some off-the-wall questions, but Rob's going to be more of the color guy. He's a part-time comedian. I'll be more of the serious route, more of the interviewer. But everything should go just as smooth. The audio should be a little bit better. I got mics now, so they're easy. Just clip them on right here, and you're good to go. Rob gets his medical card, so he's legal. Actually already has it, so now he's legal to go. I want you guys to be able to ask questions, and you can leave a message on the Anchor app while we're broadcasting, which is usually around 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, anywhere from 4 to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So when you know we're going to be running, you can leave a message on the Anchor app. We'll get that, we'll pop that up, and we'll answer it during the podcast if possible. If we can't, we'll add it in somewhere, probably at the end. It's great. We have an international audience. We're up to 6,000 listeners right now. And we have listeners all over the world in multiple countries, and we're just getting bigger. I can't stress enough. The Two Stone Dudes podcast is not just about smoking weed. It's about other topics, other subjects. We definitely talk about the president. Well, we talk shit on the president most of the time. Some of my guests, however, are big time fans of the president, which is weird, but that's all right. And the whole point of the situation is to promote diversity. Big problem people have nowadays is that if you don't share the same opinion that they do, you guys lose touch, stop being friends, or that person becomes your enemy or your opposition. Just because you have an opinion doesn't make you right. Please keep that in mind. I know people hate hearing that. People hate hearing they're wrong. But that's the truth. Your opinion is just your opinion. Please allow others to have their own opinion without you getting mad. There are people that don't want to wear masks. There are people that do want to wear masks. Both feel that each is a responsibility of the other person. For example, Rob's a big believer in wearing masks. I'm not. I believe that's an infringement on my rights. Rob, and I see Rob's side of it as well. It's a team effort, and we all have to do this together. Awesome. Two different opinions from guys that are both friends and coworkers. There's stuff that he doesn't believe in that I believe in. There's stuff that I believe in he doesn't believe in. And we'll definitely get two opposing points of view on each topic, and we'll do it in a very I don't want to say military manner, but we'll do it in a very civil manner. So it's going to make for an interesting podcast, because I'm used to it just being me and my own opinions, and then when I hear others' opinions, it's kind of striking to me at the same time. So Rob is going to bring a whole new, fresh perspective to things. He definitely has a New York sense of humor. If you've ever seen Saturday Night Live, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I have a sense of humor. I have an extremely well sense of humor. I laugh at everything. That can sometimes be a good thing or sometimes be a bad thing. But all this is leading up to August 3rd, Season 3 of the new Two Stone Dudes podcast. Check it out. Mark it on your calendar. Set an alarm. you're definitely gonna want to listen to us. We're gonna try to make videos on YouTube, and because me and Rob's interaction is something awesome. We have good chemistry together, and we have since we met each other. We met each other at our regular job, and we've been friends ever since. So I figured it would make for a good podcast, and I need to have him on as my co-host. I just want to thank everybody really quick for listening, and everybody who listened to the last podcast that we had, podcast 911, which is about Jessica Robles and John Reeds, who are basically homeless. Well, thanks to you, thanks to our listeners, things are a little bit better from what I understand, or they're gonna get better. Let me rephrase that. I haven't got confirmation yet, but I know things are gonna get better by the amount of listeners that said they would support them. Listen to that last podcast. It's like a half hour long, and Jessica's phone number is given out. So if you have it in your heart and you have it in your wallet to give a little to people who truly got fucked over by the system, and it wasn't on their own accord, please do. I appreciate it, and let me know personally when and if you do. I'd like to return the favor as much as I can, whether it's mentioning your name in a podcast, whether it's putting you on a podcast because you have a special cause that you need help with. I'm all about helping people. We are all about helping people, and we are all about giving the average American a voice, or the average person a voice. You don't even have to be from America. I know I got listeners in Ireland and Mexico and Spain and Malta and a couple in Germany and a couple other places that just started popping up on the map. If you need your voice to be heard, please feel free to contact us. Hit us up on the Anchor app with a message, and later on the line, we're going to be releasing a new email address and a new phone number for you guys to get a hold of us at. So, I'm going to walk up to the camera now. We're going to turn this off. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Be good to each other. Treat every person as if they were part of your family. Because essentially, we are. Have a great day.